Hello and welcome to Modern Yarns Crochet Podcast, your go-to podcast for all things crochet fashion, and I bet even some fab tips and tricks along the way. We will be talking every week about different topics from trends, social media, and even setting up a crochet business. So get comfy, make sure you subscribe and pick up your latest project. Let's get started. Today's topic is going to be crocheting and the benefits it has on mental health. So check this out, right? What website am I on? Apartmenttherapy.com, and they've got some stats out saying that of the 8,000 crocheters that they surveyed, 90% said crocheting made them feel calmer, while 82% said it made them feel happier, and more than 70% said it improved their memory and concentration. And if you are a fellow crocheter, you're probably nodding along to that in agreement, because a lot of us have taken up crocheting since the beginning of lockdowns, maybe before, but a lot more have joined the community since the lockdowns and the corona shenanigans and all of that, right? Because we've all been stuck at home, and that has been wonderful if we've been able to make a lot of beautiful projects out of it, but it was definitely out of a necessity because we had a lot of time on our hands, and crocheting is very cheap. You know, crochet hooks, you can pick them up for cheap. Yarn, you can pick it up for cheap. So it's a really great project to start out in, and you have an abundance of resources to start learning. YouTube is my personal favorite. That was very, very helpful. So yeah, I totally agree with that one, with all those stats. I mean, how amazing is that? I've also really enjoyed the social media entertainment side of it, because I mean, everyone is getting so creative. The community has grown so much, people taking it up for, you know, just to have some simplicity. I personally love it because it makes you so present in the moment, and you're going one stitch at a time, one row at a time, definitely not one project at a time. Let's be real. Multiple projects for sure. But I do have to give a little disclosure, or maybe just a little side note, because, right, the truth's coming out. The truth is coming out. I work a full-time job, and I have been working during most of Corona time because I'm a teacher, right? So I work full-time, and the spare time that I do have, you know, a few hours a day, I would say 80% of it goes to crocheting. The other 20% goes to eating, commuting, washing, getting dressed. Literally everything else goes to crocheting. And so it doesn't leave much space for exercising, cleaning up, washing the dishes, boring stuff like that, right? I would much rather get cozy after a long day's work, throw on a movie and start crocheting and progress in my project. I love it so much, but you know, everything comes with balance, right? So although crocheting is very beneficial for your mental health, if you're not looking after your home or yourself properly, then that can definitely make it slip. So just a little side note, something that I've noticed, and I've had to cut down on the hours crocheting, or at least just do all my boring stuff first, and then I can get cozy, you know? So that's just a little tip, a very important tip, especially as we're talking about mental health. Yeah, definitely. Now check this one out. Studies have shown that crocheting and knitting can reduce your levels of cortisol, and that's the stress hormone, and increase levels of dopamine and serotonin, which are your happy hormones. By reducing stress, your body will relax, your heart rate will decrease, and you'll just feel better. I mean, how needed is that during these times? I am from the UK, but I live in Germany. I live and work in Germany. So currently my personal biggest stress is that I can't go home to see my family. So it doesn't fix it, but crocheting gives me something to do, something to think about, lots of different projects which make me feel incredibly proud once they're finished. I love experimenting with the creative side and just being 100% present in the moment. So yeah, I definitely feel the benefits of crocheting. It is wonderful, and a life skill for sure. Crocheting allows you to be creative. You can go out and do it wherever you want. It's so transportable. I take it on the train when I'm going from city to city. You can go out and sit, have a little picnic as the weather's warming up and just be in nature and do some crocheting. It is just so addictive, but a really beautiful kind of addictive, where it's just so comforting and you're like, okay, me, myself and I and my crochet project, we can do this. So I really hope that you guys are getting in the mood to crochet more. Maybe you've lost your crojo and you need to get back into it, or maybe you're still on it and you're nodding away intensely going, yeah, 100%. If you disagree with anything I've said, oh my God, please let me know. Let me know in the comments, or you can find me on Instagram. I am at m.y.modernyarns, and you can find my page there and drop me a message or comment on one of my posts. That would be super duper awesome. And give us a follow whilst you're there. Go on. But yeah, definitely agree with all the studies that I've come across whilst researching for today's podcast. Crocheting is extremely relaxing, and a wonderful way to achieve mindfulness, and being fully immersed in the present moment. It gives you such a much needed break from worries about the past and the future, and it just allows your brain and body to both rejuvenate and just be present. Let's just focus on being present and taking each moment as it comes and just enjoying the projects that we're making. And yeah, it's just, we're so lucky. We're so lucky to have crochet as an accessible skill that we can all make the most of, especially with all the resources like I mentioned. I'd love to know your favourite resources. Maybe it's your favourite designer or your favourite YouTuber on crochet. Let me know as well. I would 100% check them out. Right, that's it from me today. I hope you've enjoyed today's topic, but please don't go just yet. I want to say a massive thank you for letting me delve into one of my favourite topics and letting me chat away. I will see you guys in the next episode of Modern Yarns Crochet Podcast, and please go ahead, like this podcast video, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to join the discussion, you can leave a comment below and check out my Instagram page at m.y.modernyarns, and I will see you guys over there. Thank you so much, guys. Bye!